Okay, Dylan, let's start with your fall from the second game. Were you injured at all after that?
I was not injured physically. Mentally, I was a little torn up that I didn't make the shot. I thought I made it, so I was kind of excited. And then I realized I don't even know what, I think it went like 3 feet long, but I was upset that I missed the shot more than anything.
And J-Dub's obviously not here preparing for his next match, but he has some crazy angles on forehand smashes. You do as well. How often do you practice those?
Frequently, when I go to Florida to train with the Johnsons, we practice some overheads. It's definitely more of a weakness for me than it is for JW. It's getting better for sure. And yeah, as usual, I'm carrying the team. JW couldn't make it. He had some insignificant matters to attend to, and so once again, I'm having to pull through for us.
So we've never seen Connor and Christian in the finals. You were mentioning before this how tough they played. All 3 games were pretty tight. So were you thinking that this could push to a 4 or 5?
Yeah, certainly could have if things went a little differently. If they had a couple breaks at the end of the second game, then it easily could have gone to an extra game or 2. They're playing really well. When the Johns got upset, I thought that they had a good chance to make it to the final. I mean, there are lots of tough teams on the other side of the bracket, and Christian and Connor were playing really well, so definitely deserved to be there. Pushed us really hard, and so that was a good team.
Do you think the reason why you and J-Dub have such an advantage is because you train together so much? Because a lot of these teams are either somebody lives on the other side of the country and they can't train together, they only train together when they're at tournaments.
Yeah, I think playing together helps a lot. I think if you look at a lot of the top teams in the game right now, that it's partnerships that have been together for a large part of this year. And it certainly helps JW in this case. We kind of have a good feel for what the other one's going to do, where the ball's going to go, and so we're on the same page most of the time.
And you and J-Dub don't really show a ton of emotion on the court, whereas maybe Christian more so than Connor. But do you think seeing Christian kind of down, maybe Connor, that gives you that advantage on that next point?
Yeah, I think it depends on how they respond to it. If he gets down and he's still distracted by whatever happened on the last point, the next point, then yeah, that's definitely going to be a factor. It just depends on how you respond to it, how quickly you can leave it behind you. And so maybe the more emotional players are more prone to ups and downs for that reason. Maybe that's why they can get hot pretty quickly too, because they can get up really fast. But yeah, we try to keep it low key and not get too down and not too up.
There's great men's doubles teams, which we know. Do you think Christian and Connor can get to that level next year?
Yeah, I think they're both super talented players. They played really well today with each other, and so I think they're definitely capable.
Great. Thank you, Dylan.